Church from the city of Logan, featuring our studio DJ. This is Tonight Dunamis.
Tonight, to talk life at Dunamis.
Yes, I am so glad to be back. Are you? It's quiet.
Episode 3. Yeah, let's go. Episode 3. I'm hyped up. Yeah, let's go. Is that good?
Sounds like
good,
you need like the Rocky music, or is it too many Easter eggs?
Too many Easter eggs.
Too many Easter eggs.
Had it quite a bit.
Ed, we had that agreement, that special intermittent fasting.
Oh yeah, I kept it in that, so
Okay.
It started at midday. I just kept that.
You got to spoil yourself sometime.
Yeah,
right?
I got to spoil myself.
No, you gotta spoil yourself.
I did it.
Well, we're back again, and last week was a bit of a trip.
Yes.
It's funny, Ed, because when we finished last week, I kind of felt like, well, that was a funny show.
It was quite a funny show.
It was a funny show. Until it came to when I was going to watch it with my wife. Then I said, I am so stupid. Why did I do that dance thing with Eric?
Hey, it was entertaining.
Entertaining, not for me, okay? Anyhow, I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself, and thank you for the many comments I got.
Yes.
There will be no more.
Aww.
Yes, I know. Aww.
That was the best part.
Oh, in your eyes. Okay. Tonight we have some great guests. Of course, we have you.
Yes, that's me. I'm a great guest, of course.
And you want to do something a little bit different today?
Very different.
So very different. We'll see how it works.
It'll work out great.
We'll find that out very soon. And then, of course, we have the wonderful Melissa back.
Yes, the very wonderful. Yes.
She's going to update us on what is being given to us and not being given to us, and why the delay is happening in being given to us.
Yes, all those things and more.
All those things and more. I know people are getting impatient about wanting to get things.
Yes.
Also, we have, of course, Erica.
Yes.
The one and only Erica.
Yes.
Erica from Oklahoma.
Reading?
Through Reading?
Yeah, that's it.
You said reading, did you?
Yeah, reading.
Reading,
Reading.
California.
Yes.
Over to us in Australia.
Yes.
Her husband's not a big fan.
I mean, he's big. I wouldn't say he's much of a fan.
Andres.
Yeah, but he's not a fan.
Not a big fan.
Yeah, he's not made of metal. He doesn't rotate or anything like that.
He was singing here on Sunday in our resurrection service.
Yeah.
Yes. And I said to him, have you enjoyed the show? He says, I don't like it.
Oh.
I said, how many shows have you watched? He said, not one.
Oh, well, there's the problem.
He has to at least watch one.
He has to at least watch one.
Why would he not find his wife funny and entertaining?
I know, right?
And we support each other.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how it works.
Maybe we need to be
I know my wife supports me. You wish you had a wife to support you.
Yeah, I would have made a joke, but
Remember,
I don't have
Ed
a wife.
is available. The whole idea during this time is to find him a wife.
That is the purpose of this show. It's not to give entertainment while you're at home. It's to find me a wife. So
Find him a wife. But there's no dating allowed, I heard.
Yeah.
There are people are getting fines up in the top
Oh,
North
yeah,
Queensland.
big fines,
Some
yeah.
guy worked out a dating service. I don't know what it's called. Tinder? I don't know what that thing's called. But he went out on a date and he got a big fine of $1,300.
Oh, geez, that's a lot. That's like Victoria numbers. I don't know. We're doing the
That is
13,000 up
Queensland.
here.
Queensland.
Yeah, geez,
The police, be careful. The police, I love our police force.
Yes.
I pray for them. I support them.
Yes.
But I do think some are a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, it's spinning out them fines.
There's a lot of money going out right now.
Yeah, heaps.
I don't know how people afford it, but there's a lot of money going out. Well, a lot of interesting things, news, and all of these stories, Ed, are true.
Yes.
They just happen to be some I thought was a little bit different.
Like a bit wacky.
A bit wacky. So I heard of one early in the week from the Czech Republic. Do you know much about the Czech Republic?
I will definitely check it out later.
Okay. There's not a lot I know, except it's a Slavic sort of area.
Slavic,
okay.
yeah.
And so the Czech Republic.
Yes.
So anyhow, the news I heard, this is a true story, the news I heard, is the police raided a nudist beach in the Czech Republic.
What's it a raid? What's it a raid?
Maybe it was social distancing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. But anyhow, the police, it's a true story,
Yep.
raided a nudist beach in the Czech Republic. And people were warned and fined for not wearing a mask.
What?
No, it's a true story. Not wearing a mask, not wearing a face mask.
That's the point of being at a nudist beach.
I don't know what to say, but
Okay.
seemingly they were fined for not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Nudist beach. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. No
leave
more
it
talking
there.
about that, yeah,
But
yeah.
I did think it was rather funny.
Yes.
Intriguing.
Yes.
Mysterious. We'll end it there.
Yeah, we'll end it there. No more comments.
I also was listening to news about our friends over on the island,
Yes.
New Zealand.
Across the ditch.
We have one of these New Zealanders right here with us
Oh,
on
yes,
camera.
camera one. Hey, Jaya.
Good to have you, Jaya, as always. Nice to have you in God's country.
Yes.
Amen. So, over the ditch, they say.
Yeah.
Well, you know, their Prime Minister, Jacinta Ardern.
Ardern, yep.
Okay. I don't think she likes our Prime Minister a real lot.
No.
I don't think she likes much about us, but she does come here for holidays when she can.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Camden Coast. That's when it was allowed.
Yes, yes.
Anyhow, she's quite popular on what she's set there in the rules and the boundaries, and they've only had one death, as far as I believe.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
But still, one death.
One death is one too many.
One too many,
I agree.
yes.
But anyhow, she cleared up a point on what is classified as essential work or essential beings.
Yes.
And as you know, in this fine country, ministers, churches are not classified as essential.
Of course they're not.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Okay. Although I think we do essentially good things.
I think we do as well.
I don't know about this show, but there are other programs we do.
I think
that
this
are
show is
essentially
very essential.
Well, that is
It's very
it. Okay,
essential.
it's
very
good,
essential.
Very good.
Super
very good.
essential.
Yeah,
Super essential.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Did you hear something from Eric then?
I might have been just the voices in my head.
That was my guitar talking.
That was his guitar. Well, it's nice to have you here, Eric.
Eric.
Did I welcome Eric?
Oh, maybe. You said,
Did I
you
welcome
said hi
you,
to
Eric?
Charlie.
I said
think.
it's great to have
My name's
Eric
usually in the credits.
in the credits.
Yeah, normally.
My son's name was in the credits
Yeah,
as well.
well,
I don't know if you saw that there.
Sponsored by.
It's great to have Eric with us.
Yeah,
Looking
it's good.
cool.
It's
Eric.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I brought a friend.
You brought a friend, praise God. And this is called DJ Top Dog.
Yes. I remember we introduced
Good to have you here.
Charlie.
Good to be here.
I've always known him as Charlie.
Yes, yes.
Charlie. What were you saying about these cool guys?
Well, that's
and
the thing. You always got these like cool DJs, and you got these like real cool like DJ names like Top Dog,
DJ
and all that
Top
kind of
Dog.
stuff like that. But then the actual name's just like, hey, I'm Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah. So I was.
Better than Ed.
Oh, whatever. Hey, get
He
out
might
of stay
have a
over
point
there.
there.
Yeah, stay
A horse
over
is a horse, of course. Okay,
Hey,
let's
that's
go
a
there.
great
Mr.
TV
Ed.
show.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyhow, let's get back to the point.
Yes.
So, Prime Minister
Minister,
Jacinta
yes.
Ardern
Ardern, yes.
made a statement
Yes.
prior to the Easter weekend
Yep.
that she was classifying two, I don't know if they're people, as being essential and for the police to leave them alone.
Yes.
It was the Tooth Fairy
Yep.
and the Easter Bunny.
Nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. That's weird.
The kids loved it. The
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny.
Yes.
So it seems like parents will not get a break on those things.
Yes.
Talking about essentials and things, out of all of our states and territories, Victoria seems to rule number one as being the strictest,
Oh yeah. What the heck?
or the ones that hand out the heaviest and most frequent fines. Now, this is a true story. Again, each of these stories are true.
Yes.
Okay, and I heard about a couple who had the police turn up on their porch.
Bum, bum.
Yeah, they turned up there and issued them each with tickets.
Tickets to a sports game?
They
they're
would
cancelled.
wish, but fines, a couple of $1,000
Yeah.
worth of fines. And when they inquired what for, it was for going to their holiday home in the Easter break.
Ah.
Now that is illegal. That's not, you're
Yeah.
not allowed to do that. Not that I'd know, because they don't have two homes.
Yeah.
But they went to the holiday home on the Easter break. Seemingly there was a politician who did that.
Yes, of course.
He's got in a bit of trouble.
Bum, bum.
Okay, it happens.
Yep.
All right. But they were fined for going to the holiday home on Easter break. The only problem was, Ed, after they left, because it's very hard to interact with the police who were
Yes.
determined they'd done it,
Yeah.
is they said, but we have not been to our holiday home.
Yeah.
And they couldn't figure out why the police had come and given them a ticket for going to the holiday home in Victoria.
Yeah.
Until they remembered. They remembered that, you know how, well, you wouldn't know because you're Android,
Yeah.
but on Facebook,
Yes.
you received this memory from a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
You did this 12 months ago.
Yeah.
And so a memory came up on their Facebook page
Yes.
about the Easter previous in
Yes.
2019.
Yeah.
They had gone to their holiday home on the coast and had come up and posted on a Facebook page. So seemingly, the police were advised and they trolled their Facebook page. Be careful what you put on your Facebook page. And they saw this but didn't realize it was a year earlier, and they came and gave them a ticket of offense.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
I tell you what you got to do is be careful what you allow on your Facebook page, because Big Brother is watching.
Oh, big time.
It's going to be a great show tonight, and we're doing something different. We have 3 companies that are doing commercials on this program.
Yeah, we do.
It
Wow.
helps us out as a church. That's it. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I think that'll be good to see what they're advertising.
What would you like to see advertised on our program?
How about Kingdom Patches?
Kingdom patches?
Kingdom
Yes.
Patches.
Yeah, we might get some of that a bit later.
Kingdom Patches works good.
Or sanitizer. That's always good.
Yeah. What about you, Charlie? What could you advertise?
Man up, Barber.
Yeah, barbering.
Barbering. Barbering.
now,
Barbering.
that's for sure.
Barber, that's not sheep, is it?
Baha.
No, okay, barbering haircuts, okay. We should put it down that he takes care of all of our hair while here on the show.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
He does a really good
Yeah,
job. Close
very
shave,
intense
close
haircut
shave.
I get.
So why don't we take it away for our first commercial?
Let's go.
Let's go right now. Settle down, settle down. Nice to have you back, my friend.
Yeah, it's good. This is a comfy couch.
So you want to do a different segment, is
I'm
that
doing
right?
something different, doing something to do with technical, doing something a little bit more different. I'm going to be discussing about mental health because that's been
Mental health.
a lot on the rise right now.
Well, you know, one thing that does concern me a little bit, Ed,
Yes.
and I agree that we need to be taking precautions.
Yes.
I agree that we need to be strict to a
Yes.
certain degree. But I do get concerned that what's meant to be for our best health could end up causing worse health if it's too strong, too tough, too locked up for too
Yes.
long. And I do hope that our government, if they would watch this,
Yeah.
state or federal, but by the time that May comes along, that there'll be some grace in certain areas.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, as a pastor in the church, seriously, we deal with mental health issues all the time, and we've referred people towards medical doctors
Yep.
because the cases were beyond what we could do. And there's great things that help them out, Lifeline.
Beyond
and
Blue.
Beyond Blue.
Yep.
Our own Tony Holt has been trained as well in
Yep.
this area. And it's something that they have to give serious consideration.
Oh, big
Otherwise,
time.
the prevention could end up causing more damage. It's some of you out there might not agree with me even right now, but I'm telling you, I deal firsthand with people in this area, and they have to give consideration overall. So what do you have for me?
So I want to specifically be talking about like staying positive and keeping your brain in check because your brain is a very powerful tool. Like it can control almost everything, both positively and negatively.
Yeah.
And the main thing I've been noticing is that the chemicals in your brain is what's really being effective right now, specifically the chemical dopamine. You know what dopamine is? It's the chemical in your brain.
That makes you dopey?
I have a lot of that then.
Well, I wasn't going to say.
It controls your feelings when it comes to you feeling good, and on the reverse, when you're feeling down.
Right.
So, for example, if you're doing something you really enjoy, or I mean, like if you're hanging out with your wife, for example, you feel good, right?
I enjoy that.
That is the chemicals in your brain sending the chemical dopamine to your nerve cells.
Okay.
So when you're doing these feelings of good, it creates dopamine to tell your brain, hey, we're feeling good right now. Oh, I am feeling good right now. It's like this reinforcement. Now, when in these times of when we're being locked down, we're not seeing a lot of people, we're not doing the regular things like going to the movies, eating out, that kind of thing, we aren't getting the same amount of information that we'd normally get regularly. Like our whole lifestyle, our schedule of life has completely shifted.
Right.
And that goes to the same with the chemicals because it's like, what's going on? Why aren't I seeing so-and-so right now? Why aren't I going to the movies right now? Brain's freaking out, chemicals don't know what to do. So these chemicals you'd normally be ingesting aren't now there. But on the flip side, when you're taking in too many of these chemicals like dopamine from illicit drugs, meth, MDMA, heroin, it can actually destroy your nerve brains. That's how people get addicted to drugs, is because they get such a overload of dopamine and it starts actually wrecking their nervous systems in their brain because they keep wanting to try to get that first rush that they got originally.
Okay.
So because of this specific chemical, dopamine is now not being balanced out due to our complete shift in our schedules of life, it's creating mental health issues.
Yeah.
And there's this great video on YouTube done by Chris Hanfield. He's an astronaut, called An Astronaut's Guide to Self-Isolation. Because that's what we're having to do a lot now. A lot of people are self-isolating. So will you put something
up here?
Yeah, I'll put it up there. And
promise?
Yeah, I'll put it up there. Don't worry, I promise. I'll put it up there. And he goes over 4 steps that you can do to help yourself get through this isolation we're going through right now. Okay. I know it's not literally, some people are self-isolating, some people aren't, but in general, this is just really good for your own personal mental health.
Yeah.
So first 4 steps. First step, understand the risk. So get this right, this is some crazy statistics. An American poll by the Kaiser Family Foundation conducted from March 25th to the 30th found that 45% of Americans say the pandemic has affected their mental health, and 19% said it's had a major impact in their life.
Right.
Just from a 5-day period in March.
Right.
And for some Australian statistics, Lifeline Australia received 1 call every 30 seconds in March.
Wow.
That is just how serious this is going. So
for the whole month of March.
For the whole of month of March.
And really, it was only like the end of March, the last week of March,
yeah,
when
we really
had all
started
these
getting into it,
restrictions. What's it going to be like in April?
Yeah, I don't know. We just have to wait for some statistics to come out.
And you know, Ed, I am sincerely worried and concerned about the mental health right now.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Number 2?
Make goals. Making goals is the best way to improve your mental health. I'm not saying like these massive goals like Bible cover to cover, run a kilometer in 6 minutes. Real simple stuff. Do you know what the best small goal you can achieve every day as soon as you wake up? Make your bed. If you make your bed in the morning, why not?
Because my wife's still asleep.
Ah, well.
Hey, that's a good excuse.
That's a good excuse.
Wake her up. Hey, I gotta make
Wake
the
her
bed.
up.
Reasonable.
I'm sure my movement at 3 a.m. in the morning does wake her up.
Yeah.
Can't make the bed. You're a single man.
Yeah, it's true. I can just make the bed.
You should make your bed anyhow, Ed. So,
Oh yeah, I definitely do. Making your bed creates this sense of like
routine.
of accomplishment and routine
It's
straight away in the morning. You can do even little things, just like arranging books in the shelf, do some cleaning you wouldn't normally do some like basic physical activities, brush your teeth in additional time. These aren't difficult goals, but the whole point is you've achieved a goal, and it will give you that little bit of dopamine that you've now missing in your life back in, because that's the point. We're trying to get
nice
your chemical
breath.
balance. Yeah, nice breath as well,
breath.
and you know, keeping
Unless
healthy.
you're living on your own, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Ed?
Hey, the next part you got to talk about is your constraints for these goals.
Yeah.
Because we have these goals, but we need to make sure we can actually accomplish them. Not saying that we can't accomplish them. Attainable. So what's some of the constraints we have right now? Well, you need to be at home, basically. You can't leave unless it's for essentials.
Ed, one of the things that I share in my program in the early morning is, it's very similar, is I talk about routine.
Routine, yes.
Okay, so I still get up at the same time.
Yep.
I do certain chores, I read my Bible, and I take the dog out at 3:45 in the morning.
Yes.
And we do 6Ks.
Yes.
Then we come back, do a couple of things, do the 6 a.m. program.
Yes.
And then at 6:45, Sandra and I go out and we do 4 kilometers.
Yes.
And then we come back. And so it's routines of us doing things.
Yes, routine and order are great ways to keep staying positive and disciplined, so you don't start falling off the boat and start going into this more like a darker area, so to speak.
Okay. Well,
Because we want you to stay
time's going,
good,
so
stay
keep
positive.
moving.
All right, now, we've gone over some constraints.
Number 3.
You're stuck at home, you're not getting enough vitamin D because you're staying inside, you can't leave the house.
Do the exercise.
Now, the 4th step.
Did you do number 3?
Yeah, the constraints, your constraints. That's number 3. So just know
What
what
was
your
number
constraints
2?
are. Making goals.
Number 1?
Was dancing, yes. Understanding the risk.
Understanding the risk.
Yep. Making goals.
Making goals.
Your constraints that affect your goals. So like,
The
you know, what your
constraints
constraints
that
are.
affected you, how do you work around it? Yep. And number 4?
4th one, very easy. Take action. Do it. I can read off this piece of paper.
I noticed you're
and
doing
I can read off it day and night.
Right.
But if you're not going to take that first step, there's only so much I can do. Right. What's the saying? You can lead the camel to water, but you can't force it to drink.
I thought it was a horse.
Oh, camel,
lead the horse to water.
Same diff. You know what I mean?
all right. But no, I mean,
yeah.
and I have been sharing this in the morning with Sandra about you need a routine.
Routine, yes.
You need that discipline.
Yep.
And I did share they have to be attainable goals.
Attainable goals,
So
yes.
don't start saying, well, I want to pray like Sandra for an hour, hour and a
yeah,
half.
yeah.
Do 5 minutes. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? I'm not asking to read the Bible like what I do. Just read a chapter of Proverbs and a psalm at night. Just, you've got to do these things to keep positive.
You start small and you start building from that. Because once you start building that routine into your body, you'll find it easy and suddenly finding like, oh, I can do more now.
Ed, how was your Easter?
It was good. I I ate a really big chocolate egg on Saturday.
Did you?
It was very big. I felt very bloated
How
after.
big was the Easter egg?
What about that
Ed.
big? Yeah, I know.
Did you share it?
Wow, that's big.
No. Hey,
How was your Easter,
That's like
Eric?
a football.
Eric, did
Yeah,
you
mine still. I love eating the bunnies, to be honest.
love eating? You know,
Yeah.
is he referring to like the chocolate?
before the restriction came in,
Yes.
we were out with Josiah and Jacinta and Zion, Sandra and I.
Yeah.
And Jacinta had run in and gotten a little like a caramello bear. You know what I mean? And for him on the car. Yeah, you know those cute little chocolate.
Yeah,
you can
that's
see
right,
the little
yeah.
heads and the ears and all that stuff. And she opened up for him. It's a big caramel bear, you know what I mean? Like bigger than normal ones, you know, the giant ones. And this is a true story. And he looked at it, and his mother says, "Isn't that cute?" He goes, "Oh," and he bit it, right?
Ooh.
Then he went, "Oh no, I killed it!" Oh! He started crying. He started crying.
Wow.
Wow.
He's got some sense of emotion, though.
He does not take after his father for that. I can tell you that right now. He does not do that. He was crying because he bit off the head of this critter. "I've killed it! No!" He would not eat anymore.
Yeah.
I had to give him a jelly bean or something. Ed, I got you something.
Oh,
I got you something.
Oh,
I know it's a
toilet paper?
little late, but I always like to give you something on the show. So we know you like M&Ms. So
Yes.
an M&M chocolate Easter egg, but
Yes.
maybe not as big as what you had, but maybe we need to step down a little bit.
Yeah, I need to start.
So remember, the reason for the season is Jesus.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
But have an egg.
Oh, thank you. Thank
And
you,
on this
Sean.
note, let's take it away to our second commercial.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Take it away.
If you're looking for some new indoor plants for your house, why not check out plantsforyourhome.com.au. With free contactless delivery, you can order online and have your plants delivered straight to your door. You can choose from a wide selection of indoor plants, new and ex-hire stock, all priced at prices you won't believe. It's a great service, so jump online now to plantsforyourhome.com.au.
You know her as Melissa, and so do we. It's Melissa!
Melissa! Great to have you back, Melissa. You're back. It's our third show on season 1.
Yes.
And you did ring me up and say, I don't know if I should come on the show today.
Yes.
You were running out of news.
Running out.
And you were running out of news. And it's not because there isn't more news. We're just waiting for the news to come through, meaning the money.
Yep.
So I said, well, bring your husband on.
Yep.
And he said, no, I'm okay. I got news to do it. So you and your husband, Danny, I like Danny, you know that.
Yeah.
And Danny is our children's pastor right now, doing a great job.
Yeah.
Is he doing a good job?
He's loving it. Yeah.
He's loving it.
Having
But
lots
is he
of
doing
fun.
a good job?
He's doing a great job.
He's a good job. Okay. And I know that being the Easter weekend, and I didn't know you guys were doing it, but on Good Friday,
Yeah.
and on Saturday, you went out giving out Easter eggs.
We did. We went out and visited the kids of our church.
And you had one of your children dressed up as an egg,
Yes.
a big egg. Perhaps Ed will put the photo up of the egg for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You should be seeing it right now.
If not, Ed, I'll give you a call. Okay. And there's also a photo of another one of your sons, Caleb.
More editing.
The Easter Bunny.
The Easter Bunny.
Yes.
Looks rather cute.
Yeah.
Though I understand my grandson was scared silly of
He
the
was
Easter
a
Bunny.
little bit,
It is-
yes.
Yeah. Hudson too? Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, is scared.
And I like
And which one of your sons played the egg?
Jack was the egg.
Jack.
Yeah.
That's Jack's face.
Bit of an egg.
Did you see that, Jack? That's you, son. That's you. Okay. And he played the egg.
He was the Easter egg.
I heard
yeah.
that was even more scary to
It
kids.
was. We had to leave that in the car a lot.
I heard that when the kids saw the egg, they ran the opposite way.
Yeah.
And there was
crying.
one family that wasn't interested in the eggs or the rabbit or the egg itself, just passed the Danny.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
wanted Pastor Danny.
Yeah, as soon
They
as
ran
seen
past
Danny.
you.
Yep.
They went to Pastor Danny.
Made me feel very loved.
It made you feel very loved. Danny's not that scary then, is he? No, he works very good. No,
scary.
that's very good. So that was a great time, wasn't it?
It was a great time. It was good to see them.
The kids love it. No, I know some Christians find it disturbing that we'd give out eggs, and I understand that. But you know, we never, ever compromise the message. We never, ever compromise the reason, okay? But we do try to have a bit of a good spirit in reaching out there.
Yeah.
We better get started. I forgot to clean Ed, but let's just do this area here.
Hey, I had a shower this morning.
Did you? I heard that the hand sanitizer is getting
Doesn't
back on the
smell like it.
shelves.
I haven't seen it. We've been
Have you seen
looking.
any?
Over there.
No, I haven't seen any for 3
No.
weeks.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Ed, have you seen any hand sanitizer on the shelves?
I haven't been to the store in like 2 weeks.
His mother shops for him.
Mum shops.
His mother shops.
Thanks, Mum.
A lot of homemade sanitizers around.
Homemade sanitizer?
Yeah.
What's it made out of?
Do you make handmade sanitizer, Eric?
No, I don't. I just,
Do you have somebody close to you who makes handmade hand sanitizer?
I guess so.
Okay, well, who do you guess it might be?
Someone in the office?
Oh, I thought you meant someone of your family.
Nah, no one at home.
No one at home,
We we just do a thing called shower.
What's that?
Okay, we'll move along. Okay. All right, now, Melissa, what we are asking on a serious matter is, has anything happened yet? There's been a lot of promises.
There's been lots of promises.
Has anything happened?
Cash in the bank.
Yeah.
The only one would be the Centrelink $750 payment. Anyone in receipt of a Centrelink benefit should have received that lump
So that
sum
would
payment.
be unemployed,
Yes,
that would be disabilities,
yes,
that would be pensioners.
yes, yes.
They got 750.
And families, if you're in receipt
I used to
of
call
family
that milk
tax
money.
benefit.
So if you
Yes.
get the family
tax benefit,
you
Yep.
get a child or
Yep.
children.
Yep.
So it's not per child.
No, it's per
one-off.
claim. Yep.
$750.
Yes, yeah. So that all
So there
started
should have been
rolling
some
out
nice little $75 tithes coming
into the
in.
bank account. Yes.
We'll be checking.
No, we won't.
But so we have the $750 things out.
Yes.
Okay, that's working right now.
Yep.
So we are waiting for the business loans.
Yes, they
Okay.
started to roll through.
They
Yep,
have?
They
Okay.
have. Yep.
We're waiting for that 10,000,
Yes.
and that hasn't come out yet.
That will be through after the 28th of April,
28th of April.
upon lodgement of your business activity statement.
BAS.
Yep.
Okay. And then in the next financial year, after July the 1st, there's
Yep.
two amounts of 5,000.
Yes.
For
that's right,
quarters?
For businesses
Quarters,
per
is it?
quarter.
Per
Yep.
quarter,
Yep,
okay.
exactly.
So it could be April and the next one around, August at the end of July. Okay, so it comes in there. The JobKeeper,
Yes, so that was passed through Parliament last Wednesday evening.
and
all
we
done.
talked about that, didn't we?
We knew that was going to happen, but
Yeah.
it's law now, it's legislation. So the finer details have been given
And the
on that.
backpackers didn't get it?
No,
And
casuals under 12
New
months.
Zealanders, unless they're on the 444 visa,
That's
did not
right.
get it.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah. yeah.
Okay.
They had to cut the line somewhere.
Yeah, you know, and I don't mean any disrespect to my friends over the ditch, okay? But I was seeing on Facebook some New Zealanders who are really offended with our Prime Minister for not allowing their people living here getting these benefits.
Then that is also why they've allowed the job seeker payment though. So a lot of those people that aren't entitled to the job keeper would be entitled to the job seeker one.
So a family member very close to me, since I talked to you, works in the medical field, was made redundant. See, I'm having a problem understanding some of this medical stuff, okay? Because on the one hand, you would think that nurses,
In high demand.
and yet they're laying off nurses.
What the heck?
Yeah. And I've also heard that there's lots of wards that have closed down in hospitals in expectation of needing them for the coronavirus.
Look, I was digging
they're
up
not
some
being used.
statistics, okay, and this is as good a place as ever to bring it up, okay? But this is what I found out today, just for Queensland. So in the state of Queensland, when I did this, okay, there are 998 confirmed cases of the coronavirus,
Yep.
okay? Of those 998 confirmed cases, 551 are active, okay? Of that 551 that are active, 490 are moderate.
Yeah.
meaning it's just self-quarantine. Okay? That means 442 are recovered. That's good.
Great news.
It also tells us 490 are moderate. They're at home or restricted quarantine. I understand that 28 are in hospital, okay? 12, this is across the whole state of Queensland. 12 are in ICU, intensive care, and 12 are on ventilators. All right. So that means there's a lot of, what I'm trying to say is there's no elective surgery allowed.
Yes.
In our state of Queensland, when I read this, there were 5 deaths, and 1 death is too many, but in Queensland, 5 deaths. 1 at the Sunshine Coast, 2 north side of Brisbane, and 2 in Darling Downs, okay, which is 5 too many.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that we should be slack, of course not, because we've got to have due diligence, and I respect our Premier and all the work that they're doing, and our police. But I do think that in consideration, now remember that in Australia, 900 people died last year of the flu. And there's approximately 61 who have perished in our nation right now. Now, remember, winter hasn't come yet.
Winter is coming.
We're in autumn, or fall, as the Americans would say, so we're in that area, so we got to be conscious. But I wonder if they can, you know, I don't have the answers, obviously. I'm not in a position to have the authority, but I can speak with authority towards people's emotions and needs, and I think there needs to be some sort of consideration. But to say 6 months just seems too long.
It does. And that's what they've said for all of these relief packages. They're all in place for 6 months.
Well, you know, the United States, I was listening this morning, which is evening their time, was saying that they're reviewing the bit more lenient in certain areas by May. They were going to try and do it for Easter. They can't do it, they put it off. And I think that's a good thing. You set a goal, and if you can't, you put it off.
Yeah.
And they're going to look at it in May. And they're not saying like New York City, which has just been horrendous, the deaths there. Horrendous. Thousands died in New York City. I think like over 5,000, 6,000, something like that.
yeah.
I mean, the numbers are hard to figure. You know, your heart breaks, isn't it? But they are talking about in perhaps some regional areas where it's been more stable, you know what I mean, to allow things to slowly under controlled areas. And I think that could be a positive thing. We need hope. We need to have some sort of reward. Even if it's for a weekend or something, or even something, you know what I mean? Like little things. So we're waiting on things, but what else do you have for us?
So I also just have with regards to commercial rent. So there's been not really much said about residential or commercial really in terms of the government giving assistance. They again are still saying that the landlord, tenant and banks need to be in communication to come to an agreement. But they
I can't see the agreement coming.
No. And especially with regards to commercial. So a lot of landlords are saying that because there's so much government assistance to business, that they need to just wear it and suck it up and pay their rent. There are things the government are doing, like I was reading this morning, that their state is dropping land tax if they pass it on to the tenant.
But that's at about 25%? 25%.
Yeah. So they're encouraging landlords to
But businesses are losing a whole lot more than 25%.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah.
And look, I'm very grateful to the government. I am. For what people get. You know what I mean? But I do believe that people who receive have got to not just have a mentality of just take and just go buy a new big screen TV. I can guarantee you this, Melissa. JB Hi-Fi. Harvey Norman, I mean, Harvey Norman's been doing deals, special deals, Ed, making things cheaper. So they know the money's out there. People spend it not where they should.
Yeah, I've already bought 5 TVs.
But you don't have a mortgage, okay?
I got a student loan though.
And obviously he's overpaid, okay? But the fact of the matter is, all right, is that we have to use common sense. You know, and really, this is only my opinion, okay? getting financial counsel during this time would not be a foolish thing.
That's right, yeah. And that's one other thing that I wanted to raise as well during this time. Look at your budget. Look at your household budget and your business budget if you're in business. But look at where you may be able to cut back, where you may be able to get a better deal. Call your insurance companies and see if they can, if they're giving you the best deal, or shop around as well.
Call your insurance companies, look at the areas, cut back and minimize things, make some sacrifices.
Just one quick thing from a tax point, because I am a tax agent. So if you're working from home, then, and as a general full-time working from home, you can claim a deduction, which you could before as well, but they've increased the hourly rate. So it used to be 52 cents per hour you could claim as a tax deduction. For working from home, they've increased it to 80 cents per hour.
Now that 80 cents includes everything.
Everything. So your
you
internet,
can't say, well,
your
what about
electricity.
my phone or my
That's right.
internet or
yes.
whatever?
It's a shortcut method. So it's a blanket rule to say I work 40 hours a week from home, so you can apply 80 cents per hour to that and claim that as a tax deduction.
Now, I'm always nervous when I talk to people about claiming their residential place, because I don't think people realise as a place of work. Because you can help me out here, because let's say they claim 10%, 20% of their mortgage, of rate, everything else because of business. Well, they don't realise that if they sell that home, then that amount, 10%, 20%, then becomes taxable when they sell it as profit or whatever else, right? Whereas your residential home wouldn't be. So in the end, the government gets you if you're not careful. Does this 90 cents fit in that category, or 80 cents?
The 80 cents, no, because it is just applicable to cover running expenses. Right. So if you were to claim you're working from home the other way, which is to claim a percentage of your mortgage rates and all those things, then yes, that capital gains tax would then be applicable because you've then become exempt from the principal place of residence rule. Which
so how much is 80 cents 40 hours a week? Well, I mean, if it was $1, it would be, what?
8 cents?
Figure it out.
$32.
I was going to say 40.
So the government's paying us $32
No, not
a
you,
day?
Ed. You work here at the workplace.
Yeah, but if I was to quit, I'd get $32 an hour just to stay at home?
No. It's 80 cents an hour you can claim.
Hey, that's pretty good. 80 cents an hour.
As a tax deduction, Ed.
Look, I don't know what that means. I mean, Jaya, Eric,
Well, how
Charlie,
about
do you guys know what that means?
how about we let someone who knows
we know.
handle this
Oh,
situation?
okay, it's just me.
You stick to the astronauts.
Maybe someone else should stick with the astronauts.
Maybe.
Possibly our next guest.
Maybe our next guest coming up. Do you hear that, Melissa? Let me hear it again. Okay, we're going to take an ad break right now. Thank you, Melissa. It is always wonderful to have you here. Always. I miss your sons not being around.
Yes.
Okay. And we are going to take a break right now, and I have a special guest coming up.
He's out of this world, or maybe he's just parking. It's Shane Weaver!
Yay! Booyah! Now, Shane is my special guest. Hello, Shane.
Hello, sir.
Shane has been our best, what's the word? Support
Support.
groupie?
Groupie?
No.
No.
Okay, but he's always been around us, okay?
Pillar of support.
Yeah, always keeping the social distancing.
Yes.
And Shane is, of course, one of our pastors. He pastors the men and pastoral care, and he's a good ear for me when I want to talk. And I do like to talk
Someone has to do
to
it.
Shane. And when we're allowed, we ride our motorbikes.
We do, and we haven't done it for a long time.
Because we are fully committed to the new rules that are here.
There we are.
Although we would be social distancing.
And we'd be very covered.
We'd be very covered. But they'd see that probably not as an essential activity like exercise. You could ride a bicycle, but not a motorcycle.
It actually is a good exercise, referring to
Mentally.
Ed mentally, as Ed said before.
I agree, but I don't think it fits in the category.
Yeah, maybe not.
And
It's a good
I
try.
can't afford that fine.
It was a good try, but
I don't think you can afford that fine either. No, okay. So we're good boys.
Anything for the dopamine.
That's it. Gotta get that dopamine levels in check.
Speaking of dopes, okay, well, let's move along right now. And Shane, we've known each other since we're teenagers.
that's a long time ago.
15 years of age, I think it was.
15.
We both had long hair or longer hair.
We did, yes.
did,
and
yes.
Interesting clothes styles and shoes.
Yes, yes, yes. You were really into your Falcons.
Yes.
I remember it was the XA, XB, XC.
Yes, Danny Hardenberg will be really happy to hear
Are you
that
into
story.
bird watching, Shane? Is that what you're talking about?
Next
Falcons?
question.
I have no idea what he's talking about, Ed, but that's not unusual. Okay, and I remember the XA, wasn't it, Ford Falcon? What
Was it
year
black
was
and
that
white?
one?
72.
72 model. No, it was yellow and black.
Oh, they had colour back then.
It was like a bumblebee.
It was the GT one.
The GT, four-door. And in our group of friends, Shane was one of the only ones who actually had a vehicle. It wasn't legal at 15 for him driving around, but I can tell you he was the only one with a vehicle. No, he was 17 then. Okay, let me put it right.
Yeah.
But I did buy it when I was 15.
You did buy it when you're 15 and you worked on that vehicle. I remember it so well, but Shane, Ed,
Yeah?
if we were talking and you leant against his car,
Yes?
he would go off at you. Don't lean against my car, don't touch it. You know what I mean? Don't touch it. Oh, yeah, dude. So myself and another friend, Alex, we could be a little mischievous
Quite often, actually.
quite often. So we'd go to church and we'd go to the youth meetings were Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'd go back to someone's house and we'd have supper, just laugh, carry on till the early morning hours.
Or a fight.
Okay, Shane. Yeah. Right. And so what happened, we're at this one particular place, I think it was Ben Wu's house, or his parents' house, Melbourne Street.
Melbourne Street, yes.
Melbourne Street in 8 Mile
8 Mile
Plains.
Plains.
We must have been 17. And Shane was pedantic about his car. We rode up in his car, we went in there. So when we're all in there having fun, laughing and carrying on, I said to Alex, let's have some fun on Shane. So we went out. Now in those days, you didn't need a key to get into a car. You could just get into a car very easily. And so we got in the car and we rolled it down a hill and around the corner. And just hit it out of sight, out of the view. So when Shane came out, his car was missing. Well, you know what? Shane wrecked it because instead of him panicking, going like, call the police, he knew straight away we were guilty. Yes. And, so we had many fine times with Shane and his XA Falcon. What do you drive now?
Well, a CHR Toyota. And my wife and I share it together. I have an old van.
No van, yeah.
I like old cars.
You like old cars. Okay, so that works out well, praise God. So it comes in good. And God doesn't judge us by the car. No. Okay. So, Shane, in this particular segment, it's a little bit different, right? People might not know this, but you have a certain thing towards, let me find it. Well, first of all, here's a bunny rabbit for you.
Oh,
okay,
thank you.
so
Thank you.
a very happy Easter. Let's get rid of this cup here. And you are a sort of a science fiction type of Christian.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
You are, right?
absolutely. But can I first say that I don't worship science fiction,
Well, I wasn't for a minute going to assume that you did.
but a lot of people can take it that way.
Right.
But my first...
How do they take it that you worship science fiction?
Well, they believe that I base my faith on that, but my faith is in Christ,
Like, may the force be with you?
Christ alone. Science fiction, for me, is a side interest.
So, side interest, that's right. So, science fiction is sort of a side interest.
It's something that I've just loved to do all my life. From a young kid in the 60s, I remember my dad and I would watch the original series of Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star Trek, yeah.
I never got into Star Trek.
I know.
You were into Star Trek, but let me ask you, why do you like science fiction?
Well, I guess most sci-fi fans have a similar approach to why they like it. And it's based on the fact that, really, when we look at the way the world is, there's crime, there's disease, there's so many things that really are against humanity. And the science fiction movies portray a world in which there are none of those things. There's no crime, there's no poverty, and disease has been eradicated. And in a way, it's a bit like a utopia that we all want to live this way. It's not going to happen here. It's not reality, but it's like an escapism to how we would all really like to live with each other on the earth.
Like his kingdom come, so like the kingdom to come, that's what you're saying?
Wait a minute. What's that, Scotty? I got to go.
Where'd Shane go? He was just here.
He forgot his cup.
Yeah, he left his cup here. So rude.
Okay, why don't we take an ad break?
If you're looking for some new indoor plants for your house, why not check out plantsforyourhome.com.au. With free contactless delivery, you can order online and have your plants delivered straight to your door. You can choose from a wide selection of indoor plants, new and ex-hire stock, all priced at prices you won't believe. It's a great service, so jump online now to plantsforyourhome.com.au.
Her name would be Eric if she was male, but it's Erica!
Erica! Erica. I wouldn't normally say this, but it's time to have a little normality.
Yes,
Let's
indeed.
just get rid of this.
We might need to do some like deep space cleansing on that.
I want to get rid of that. Shane is different.
Yes.
Erica, looking into my little cupboard.
Was that even Shane? I don't even know.
I have an egg. It is melting, but it is a good egg.
It's a good metaphor for our society.
I need some hand sanitizer.
Yes.
Hey, let's go. 1 point
Okay.
for you. Yeah, let's go.
Well,
I'm
I
at
need some hand
-6 now.
sanitizer, and I think I need some mind clearance
Hand
things.
sanitizer.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, a little unusual. Okay, bring me back to Earth. Scotty, bring me back to Earth.
Okay.
Just be glad I didn't talk about the Apollo.
Oh,
Okay.
you mean the Apollo that didn't happen?
We don't want to talk about that, okay?
This is your egg.
Don't bring him back. Okay.
It's like my mind's being
Let's
intercepted.
move along. Okay, Erica, it's been an unusual show today.
Indeed.
Okay. Yes, and I always look forward to hearing news and headlines.
Excellent.
So, what news or headline do you have? I have a headline for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Your husband still does not watch this show.
Yes, this is true.
What are we doing about this? You're his wife. Can't you convince him, threaten him, blackmail him, intimidate him?
I like to keep
You're
a
on the
healthy
couch, Andy.
relationship and
Ring
avoid
up
those
his
things.
mother. Mums always get away with more.
There you go. He is motivated
Mom!
by food.
Talk to your son. Maybe we should invite him on the show.
There you go. Then he can
He
avoid
still
it.
wouldn't watch it. He's like, I don't want to see myself.
Okay, that's a good point, Ed. That's a good point. Okay.
He won't even know we joked about him.
Yeah,
He won't
we didn't say anything about
he
him.
won't know we joked about him.
You look small in your photos, Andy. Yeah,
I
what are you
like
gonna do
that.
about it?
I like that. I like that. Okay. What news do you have for me?
So, Rio's Christ the Redeemer statue was lit up to look like a doctor on Easter Sunday to honor healthcare workers on the front lines of the coronavirus battle.
What, like a plague
Yeah.
doctor? Like,
Okay. So, what message do you take from that?
I like it because I think that it honored some really important people during a really beautiful day.
Yeah. And on the other note, I was listening today, which would be an evening, I suppose, America, the New York governor. What's his name?
I don't know, sorry.
His brother, younger brother, is a CNN reporter who got the coronavirus.
That's intense.
And he is a Democrat. And he said the breakthrough we are having They got a lot of deaths. The breakthrough we are having has nothing to do with God or faith or religion, but the discipline of our people and of our medical team.
Typical Democrat.
Does he not realize that God can move on his own or through people?
True. True.
He wasn't my most favorite person to listen to. How much does New York have to go through before they realize they need to call out to God? But some good churches there, very good churches. It seems like New York is like the place where all churches are going now. So I'm sure they'll reach out to their governor. Anyhow, what else do you have?
So, Australians are urged to stay the course as country's curve shows signs of flattening.
Yeah, stay the course.
Yes.
The problem is, how long is this course?
That's exactly
6
the
months.
question.
8 months.
8 months.
8 months.
9 months.
I've
I'll give you
never-
9 months. 10
I've never
months?
heard of
No, I'll
8
give you
months.
11 months.
6 months. I think 6 months in the statements is depressing.
Me too.
I was listening
our
to President Trump's news story today. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, our time, which would be in the evening, their time. About 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I don't know. And he and his advisors were saying they are trying towards May to relax certain laws. Now, he's not saying whole areas, but regions which they can. Before they was trying it for Easter, they've delayed it. Now, I appreciate they set goals, and I appreciate they listen to medical advice, and they delay it. One would hope, and did you hear the statistics I gave about Queensland?
I did.
And I would hope that they would consider just doing certain things.
Me too.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's encouraging to hear the numbers, and it, like you said, it would be great to have like reward for the good behavior that we've had.
Yeah, yeah, do something, you know what I mean? I don't know how, I don't know how it'd even work in the cinema, you know what I mean, unless you had like 3 rows apart and 6 seats apart, you know what I mean? But I don't know. But something, you know what I mean? There's got to be some things they can consider. At least like when you go out for exercise, you could sit on a bench, you know what I mean? I'm not saying don't do social distancing, but something in that area.
Bring your uncle in 20.
Well, because it's not just the government trying to support businesses, but they have got to recover. Like you take, for example, clothing retailers. They would have purchased back at December, I imagine, all of their winter clothing stock.
Absolutely.
Now, if it is 6 months, Ed, 6 months, which we're talking about September,
Yeah, about September, yeah.
that's spring.
Yeah.
A lot of days.
Well, that means no winter stock would be able to be sold, and they're stuck with it. They're stuck with it. And can they have the financial resources to get their spring stock?
I think we're going to have to reconsider what we consider fashionable, because we don't want all those clothes to go to waste either.
Well, I can tell you, I am not wearing a woolly jacket here in summer.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean,
What do
if
you
we
think
hold
is
it off
fashion?
until the next year or something.
Then you're out of fashion.
Those
That's what I
ventilators are
mean.
cool.
We reconsider what is fashionable.
So do you ever wear clothes that are a year before's fashion?
Yeah, I don't really stay current, if I'm honest.
Well, I would not expect you not to be honest, Erica.
Thank you.
Okay.
Their current is the 80s.
What is your current theme of dress?
Honestly, whatever I own.
Whatever you own.
Yep, that's what I wear. Some of it's too big now. Oh well.
Well, that's good. You're losing weight.
Yes.
Should I take this away?
No, it's dark chocolate, so that's acceptable, I'm
Okay,
sure.
all right. I want to be a blessing, not a hindrance. Very good. Okay. And talk about overweight. I did see how.
What is that transition?
I'm not talking
talk
about
about
Erica,
overweight,
but she's talking about clothes that don't fit, Ed.
Okay.
Ed's the one who got hit on that nail there. Okay. But they are saying that because there is no gym, they're concerned about the obesity levels.
Yes.
So I saw my son was trying vigorously to purchase dumbbells, and I couldn't get any. And he actually made his dumbbells out of cement, concrete. Do you think, Ed, if I did this,
don't
there'd
ask
be
me
a
to put
picture?
photos
Could you
up.
put a picture up of his dumbbells in cement? Ed,
Yeah, what?
Ed,
What?
photos
What do you
in
want?
cement. I want them up
You want a
there,
foot rub too? You want a back rub? Do you want me to go get you coffee?
The difference between you and I, Ed, is I'm married. And being married, my wife takes care of that. Praise God. So it comes in well. But
right.
bless God. Moving along, a photo of the cement. So he made them out of cement.
More
And
editing.
you wouldn't want to drop them.
That's what I said. But he said with heavier weights, you don't want to drop them on your toe anyways. So.
I did notice he had my floor mats.
Oh, there you go.
My floor mats. I am just keeping up my cardio.
Yep.
Not that I look like a cardio machine, but just cardiovascular. I do 60 Ks a week. So I've been quite happy. This is the 4th week, being able to maintain that area. So 6 with the dog, 4 with the wife. So
We know
can't
his
bring the
favourite
dog
is.
and the wife together. It doesn't go well, okay? But 6 with the dog, 4 with the wife. And doing that. Are you doing some sort of exercise?
Yeah, so Andres and I, we are running a few times a week, and then I've also been walking to work as many days as possible.
That's good. And I also do what is called intermittent fasting. Been doing it now, well over a year, okay? And so I do intermittent fasting. So normally if I works out, I eat lunch and breakfast, but no dinner. So I go minimum of 16 to 18 hours. Sometimes that's difficult for my wife socially because I don't want to eat, you know what I mean? But we try and work it out, okay? So it works. But we do have to take control of ourselves during this time, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. That will have something to do with one of my good headlines later, but we'll come
Give
back
me
to
a
that.
good headline. I
Oh,
like
you
good-
want it now?
Oh,
In
yeah,
advance?
give me a good
Okay.
headline.
So actually they're saying that baking is one of the best ways to reduce stress during this time. So
Baking.
obviously,
Wait,
yes.
baking or getting baked?
Baking.
Oh, baking.
Baking,
All right.
clarify.
making cakes.
to
Just
make
want to
food.
clarify.
Making cakes.
Right.
And I must say, Erica, that before we started the program, you had a little skip in your step,
I did.
little dance in your position,
Yes.
announcing to myself and Melissa.
That I got a stand KitchenAid mixer for half price. So my baking is gonna keep going.
Evolving. And what do you
Yes.
like to bake?
Actually, I just most recently found a really great brownie recipe.
Brownie.
Yes.
I thought we're trying to minimize weight.
Well, that's why I work out to maintain my baking habit. I do both ends.
My friend Gavril Tourou,
Yes.
who also happens to be my son's father-in-law, very good man, he actually bakes, and he makes brownies, but they're healthy.
I've actually had them before.
Yeah, how does that
actually
work?
had it. It was really
That's
nice.
Yeah, it's
You had
super
it?
good.
Yeah.
Were you then DJ Big Dog or were you Charlie?
DJ Big Dog.
DJ Big Dog. Do you remember what he puts in it? I mean, it's almond flour base, dark chocolate, and
Did it have bananas?
not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
It's really simple, but
And
nice.
instead of them using sugar, I think it was stevia, something like that here as a plant replacement. But it was nice, Charlie, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, he's a very, very wise fellow. Whatever news do you have for me?
So I have one more.
Yes, one more.
Yes.
Drum roll, one more. Very good.
So this is another good news thing.
I'm not using that microphone.
Happy to clean that one after.
We need to spray that microphone. Go ahead.
So a camera that was lost for 8 years was found in 5 hours through the power of social media.
Camera that was lost for 8 years.
Yes, so a
How
man...
long have we had digital cameras for?
Well, long enough for it to be 8 years ago.
Must be longer
Yes.
than 8 years.
Yes. So a
Oh,
man...
don't tell me this is going to be like it looks like it was a long time to develop.
No!
No, they're digital, Ed.
Yeah, you can still develop a digital photo.
No, so a man was rafting 8 years ago,
Yeah.
and he lost his camera that had a waterproof case around it, and then
like a
someone
GoPro.
discovered it, actually a staggering 450 kilometers to the north of in Cape York Beach from where the man had lost
You're
it.
talking about here in Australia,
Yes,
up in the Cape.
yes, and so they. Well, he wasn't there. It's just that's where it turned up. That's where the camera
taking the
turned
current.
up.
Current would have moved it.
Yes. So they.
I thought the Cape was at the top.
No, you wear it on your shoulders.
No, the camera. She said 450
Yeah, but you're talking about
kilometers.
capes. You wear them on your shoulders normally. What are you talking about?
Cape was north from where he lost it,
Yeah,
farther south.
the
But
Cape of Queensland, of Australia.
Yes.
I don't know what he's talking about, Superman or what, okay? So, I tell you what, you pay nothing and you, okay. Okay, let's go. So they found it,
yes,
okay.
so the person who found it posted some photos online, and everyone
Is
shared
this
it.
you? Is this you?
It was. Oh yeah, it's not me, but
No,
yes, yes.
I'm talking about to the guy. Is this you? Hello, don't go like Ed,
So
please.
they found it,
Yeah.
and they found the man, and now the camera's on the way to the owner via mail.
One of you said you have to look like the guy in the photo.
Well, I think you did.
8 years. You look different. You have changed. A little bit more prosperous. A little less hair. You changed.
But yeah, I
Is there
found
no
that really
punchline? That's
encouraging.
it. It was just a camera just rocked up.
Well, I think that's a good news story.
Yes.
I mean, I like the story of the puppy dogs that have been away for 8 years and they come back. Can you get me an animal story next week?
Yes, I can absolutely do that.
No.
About Ed.
No.
Shut up.
A horse is a horse, of course. Okay. but no panda bears.
Okay.
I don't want any panda bear stories. Okay. And no, I don't like cat stories. I'm not into cats.
Okay.
Did you hear about how one guy in Queensland, did you read this? Flew his private helicopter to Moreton Island to have a picnic. Twice.
What?
See, I agree with him getting a ticket. He has his own helicopter, Ed. He deserves 6 tickets.
Yeah, but
okay?
he was speeding too.
6 tickets. He flew his helicopter. I didn't know, he said who he's with. Surely he's with somebody. Twice, from wherever he was in the area to Moreton Island to private beach area.
There you go.
There you go. Unreal. What do you think? Huh? That is intriguing, isn't it? The news that you hear. It is always great having Erica.
Thank you.
Erica, how is Oklahoma going, by the way, through all this?
Fine. Actually,
Reading.
my cousin literally just posted a video of it snowing. So spring seems to be holding off there.
Spring is holding off because it's snowing. Oh, okay, I get it, because it's the opposite season. It's snowing in Oklahoma. Wow. Okay, that's good. And what about in Reading?
I think all is well.
Reading. It's reading.
No, it's
Reading.
not. It's
Reading.
Reading.
It's Reading.
It's not.
Reading. Okay. Very good, very good. Please give our regards to your wonderful husband.
Thank you. I
Okay.
will.
And we speak blessings over him, especially your father-in-law. I know he's a big Trump fan, so please tell him I said hello.
There you go.
There you go. That'll win points. Probably got a broken TV now. Okay, that comes in here. All right.
Woo!
Ed,
Yes, hello.
the time has come
The
to
dream
say
again?
goodbye
Yes,
to all our little friends.
yes.
Dunamis, Dunamis Church it is.
Tonight at Dunamis.
Tonight at Dunamis.
Tonight at Dunamis.
Tonight at Dunamis. However it works.
It's been fun.
Interesting show.
Yeah.
Melissa was very interesting.
Yes.
Erica is always amusing.
That second guest was. Is this chair safe to sit on after?
I have no idea, Shane. No idea, Ed. I still got
It's
Shane.
me. It's me.
I know.
It's me.
Shane has damaged me.
Yes.
Okay. He has
Maybe
dam-
he's like sending some sort of
signals.
doo-doo-doo-doo into you.
So
You
I'm-
get a
Intercept-
wife now.
I am covered by the blood.
Yes.
Praise God for the blood.
Yes.
I think he's been out of church for too long.
Yeah, like literally. As well.
Yes, too long.
Yes.
Good friend.
Yes.
Well, it's a good show tonight, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself. The great news is I didn't make a fool of myself by trying to dance. That is not my gifting.
However, next week, make sure you tune into Pastor Sean doing a very fun dance.
Yeah.
Right?
For
What?
work part 2.
Yeah,
What?
wake up too.
Whatever.
let's go.
Whatever. And
shuffle, do some
Eric, it's been
shuffling.
great having you with us.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And DJ Big Dog.
Appreciate it.
What's all the Buddhist stuff for the area? Okay, so
Namaste.
comes in. Well, it's great having you, and great for us to be invited into your living rooms or wherever else you're watching. And what's happening this week? Don't forget, on Sunday morning,
Yes.
I will be sharing the word.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
And on Sunday night, now I've got to say probably.
Probably.
So on Sunday night, Josiah is sharing,
Yes.
but
Okay.
Jacinta is 38 weeks now. So you probably don't understand this, but it means the 2 weeks before,
Yes.
because the baby's the 40th week, 2 weeks before means she could have the little granddaughter
Yes.
any minute.
It could be happening right now.
It could. So if it so happens that Josiah can't speak,
Yes.
okay, we will do faith in action.
Oh, cool.
Okay, faith in action.
Yeah.
But we've scheduled it down for Josiah to speak.
Yes.
But if anything happens, we'll do faith in action.
Yep. Yep.
Okay? So you have a great night, and thank you for allowing us to come. And we certainly speak peace and blessings over each and every one of you.
Yes.
And on that point, Ed, we say
Good night and good luck.
good night and God bless.
Sing it if you know it. Here we are tonight to talk life at Dunamis.